Hello? Hello, I am back today with another polygel nail tutorial. I have been in spooky mode since the end of August, so it only felt right to do a spooky nail look, which by the way turned out so cute. It was very difficult for me to part ways with it. This video is pretty straightforward. As always, everything that I used will be listed in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed, and let's get into it. I don't have the heart to trim my nails today because they are thriving and healthy, and I know that I will be unfortunately removing this look a few days after filming so I can move on to the next look. So I'm just gonna do some cuticle cleanup by applying the Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover to the skin around my nails. I let that sit for a bit and then start pushing back my cuticles with my cuticle pusher tool. Wipe away the mush with a little bit of alcohol on a lint-free wipe and gently trim away the dead hangy stuff with my cuticle nippers. Can we talk about my ridiculously large glove today? I ran out of mediums, so I had to use one of Chris's large gloves, and my hand is basically drowning in it. He ended up bringing me home a box of mediums halfway through filming this, but the oversized black glove reminds me of that video of that demon that's living under our bed that blocks us from plugging our phone chargers in the wall. Do you guys know what video I'm talking about? It's one of my favorite viral videos. From intercepting phone chargers to doing polygel nails, that demon is me. Normally I like to trim my nails before applying nail extensions because I don't like the look of natural nails peeking out underneath my tips, but like I said, I'll be removing these soon after and filming another video. So I'm wiping my nails clean with my CND nail surface cleanser and going straight into tip application. Been loving these tips for a few months now because they are long and have the perfect amount of curve, which makes them more narrow. I'm really into that look. I am sizing them to my natural nails, making sure that they fit from sidewall to sidewall, and then I etch the inside of the tip that will adhere to my natural nail with my e-file. And if you don't want to use an e-file for this, you can just brush a little bit of acid-free primer to the inside and it'll essentially do the same thing. I had a little hangnail along my thumb and I just couldn't mind my business and leave it alone. As I'm editing this, I'm like, can you just stop? Do you enjoy pain? And now all I can see is the red spot where I pulled it out. Anyway, I'm gently roughing up the tips of my nails with a fine sanding band so that my tips adhere better. And then I'm wiping off the excess dust with a little bit of alcohol and applying my tips with my Wonder Bond nail glue. Tips are on. I'm going to give them a little trim with my tip cutters, and then I'm shaping them a bit using my 180 grit file and switching over to my e-file and a fine sanding band to remove the surface shine and smooth out the edges of the tips where they meet my natural nails. I'm wiping off the excess dust and moving on to prep. As always, I'm applying the pH bond followed by my acid-free primer, and I'm applying the acid-free primer all the way up to where the natural nail extension begins because it kind of melts the edge into my natural nail. next I'm applying my ASP Peel Off Base Coat to my natural nails because, as you guys know, it comes in clutch when it's time to remove the polygel. I'll be doing a spooky glittery look today. Like I said in my previous videos, I haven't found any super glittery polygels, and rather than mixing the glitter into the polygel, which I also don't like doing because it's messy and it creates a lot of air bubbles, which makes the finished product really cloudy, I'm going to apply the glitter first, and then I'm going to encapsulate the glitter with clear polygel. I'll be using this gorgeous Sprinkle on Glitter by Kiara Sky in the shade Black Ice, and I'll also be using their recycling system, which is normally used for dip powder. It just helps to reduce waste and makes the cleanup process a lot easier. I've also laid out a paper towel to catch any excess glitter to make my cleanup at the very end just a breeze. So first, I'm carefully applying base coat to my entire nail. I'm making sure to get every little nook and cranny. Then I clean up any spillage and I place my finger over my recycling system. I should have placed my finger on it vertically, not horizontally, so that it catches the fallout a lot better. I guess my mind was elsewhere. Then I start to sprinkle on the glitter over my uncured base, using the paddle side of my cuticle pusher tool as a scoop, making sure to cover every little corner, and then I gently dust off the excess around my nail and I cure it in my LED lamp for 45 seconds. I followed the same steps and did my ring and middle fingers off camera for time's sake, and now I'm moving on to my index finger. So again, I'm applying my base coat, switching out my little trays and reusing the excess glitter fallout from my last nail. This time my finger is rested vertically in that little crevice as it should be. I sprinkle the glitter on and tap off the excess. Sometimes the glitter will land into the base coat and stand up, so I have to gently press it down with my finger to lay it flat. Then I gently brush off the excess glitter around my nail and cure it in my LED lamp for 45 seconds and move on to my thumb. Now I'm just tidying up, saving my excess glitter, and cleaning up the stubborn bits of glitter that are stuck to the skin around my nails with some double-sided tape. Could leave the nails as they are and move on to encapsulating them with clear polygel, but I wanted to add a little extra spooky something, and I've been wanting to use these hollow moon and black bat shaped glitters since literally Halloween of 2019, but I had run out of time that year. So I'm just dotting random spots on my nails with a little bit of base coat and placing the hollow moon and bat glitters on top. The moon glitters are small enough that they lay flat wherever I place them, but the bat ones are a bit more tricky because of their shape and size. So what I do is I wrap them around one of my tools to give them a little bit of curve so that when I place them on top of my nail, they kind of wrap around the curve of my nail. I give each nail a quick flash cure before moving on so that my moon and bat glitters stay in place as I'm working on the next. When I'm done, I give all of the nails a full 45-second cure in my LED lamp. Okay, time to encapsulate the glitter. I'll be using my Macart Clear Polygel and 70% alcohol as my slip solution. I'm squeezing my polygel out directly onto my nail and just blending it out as evenly as possible, making sure that I completely cover my glitter. Whenever I encapsulate glitter, I'm pretty generous with the amount of clear polygel I use because I want to A, have a strong apex, and B, make sure that the clear is thick enough so that I don't have to worry about accidentally filing the glitter off when I move on to filing and shaping. And I will be curing the polygel in my LED lamp for 45 seconds. I like to alternate between a worn down 180 grit file and a new one, a buffing block, and a fine sanding band to file down the cuticle area. I know I still gotta give you guys an in-depth filing and shaping video, but in the meantime, I decided to not speed this part up so you can clearly see what I'm doing. I'm just wiping off the excess dust and moving on to top coat, and oh my god, that first stroke of top coat is so mesmerizing. It is so satisfying. It is my favorite part of doing any encapsulated glitter look. I cure the top coat for 45 seconds and I move on to the next nail. How pretty is this look? I'm in love. I left a little bit of space in the center of my middle finger because I wanted to use these spooky nail charms that I found on Amazon. This bag comes with 60 charms in 3 different styles. You get 20 skulls, 20 spiders, and 20 skeletal hands, which is what I'm going to be using today because the shadowing between the bones kind of goes with the smoky gray glitter situation that I have going on. To adhere the charm, I'm using a bit of clear polygel. I'm applying a little bit of it to the center of my nail, and I'm going over the whole nail with top coat, and then I'm placing the charm on top of the polygel and gently pressing it into it and curing in my LED lamp for 45 seconds. I probably could have added charms to my ring finger too because I kind of spaced the bats out with the intention of adding something to that nail as well, but I just left it blank because once I had that skeletal hand on, I realized adding one to the ring finger would just throw off the balance of the whole look. Top coat is on, I'm curing it for 45 seconds, and then I just finish the look off by rehydrating my cuticles with a bit of oil. And that completes this look. You already know what I'm gonna say. This is one of my favorite looks to date. I say this with every look, but what can I say? I have surprised myself once again. It was so mentally difficult to remove this look and move on to the next, but it had to be done. At least I have a video diary to look back on. As always, everything that I used will be listed in the description box below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you recreate it, please tag me on Instagram and hashtag thebeautyvault so I can find you. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, love you, bye.